Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here with
Brad.
and the critters. I don't know where Charlie is. Oh, he's right in front of me. Hi, Charger. And Nixie's right here beside me. They've both got the bandanas on. Right, Charlie and Nixie? Yes, they just be so sporty. And the cat is in front of the front door, looking out the door, enjoying the sunshine. It is, let me see, it's the 27th of May already. You believe that, honey?
No.
We are just getting up today. I apologize. We were just overtired. I am, and I discovered it last night when we crawled into bed. We always go back there in hopes of watching TV. That I am fighting a new case of cellulitis in the opposite leg, the right leg, which is quite painful. There's a bright red band almost completely around the leg. And then it shoots up past the knee this time. It's quite painful. But I'm handling it. I know what to do. We'll have to bring that stool out here, hon. I don't know where it is. Oh, I see it now. Um, I'll elevate my leg and try to stay off of it. But it's life. We handle it. We can do the weather. You know, with me, it's always fighting some kind of infection somewhere in my body, right, honey?
Yeah.
It is Thursday, May 27th. 2020. It is 90 degrees out currently here. And it is, well, the 91. The high day will be 93. Feels like 94. Tonight will be down to 68, sunny. Only a 10% chance of rain. I don't think it ever rained last night.
Uh-huh.
And the humidity is at 38%. That's pretty good. Wind is 3 miles per hour. Sunrise is at 5:58. Sunset here will be at 8:19. And let's see what tomorrow will be 97 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah. And 40% chance of rain during the night. Um, now that I'm up a little bit more, I'll tell you that the cellulitis is quite painful. This is unlike the other cellulitis. This one feels like it's on fire. But it is what it is. If it gets much worse, I'll go into the doctor, but I pretty much know what to do. I've been working on hats. I got some to show you. I've been doing a little bit of diamond painting. Still working on that one piece. I discovered the other day we've been going through boxes, right? Well, we found my other box of diamond painting supplies. So I had a couple more cases in there, and I had some empty bags and stuff. And I found some more drills. I have so many extra drills. We're going to use them in resin. They look like nice little pebbles and stuff, depending on how you pour them. And but I found all these completed diamond paintings. I didn't realize how many I had done. So I'm not sure what to do with some of them. Some of them I've done just because I enjoyed doing them, not that I was going to keep the piece. So I probably will do. What do you think? Think I should try to sell them, or you think I should just give them away?
I think just give them away.
I was thinking just give them away.
Yeah.
I've gotten the joy out of making them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, when I'm ready, I'm probably going to have some giveaways. The only thing I would ask is that you would be in the United States and that you would pay for shipping. I think that would be very fair, and it won't cost very much to ship these, honestly. It won't. I'm not going to frame them when I ship them. I'm going to ship them as they are. They will have a sealant on them, so they won't all come apart. But you can decide on the decor of your home how you want to display them, with just some tack, or if you want to put them in a frame, or whatever you're going to do with them. So, yeah, there's, like I said, I've done so many that there's no way I could keep, all of them, and I honestly enjoy doing them so much, And then after I get caught up, or whenever in the future, I may do a thing where if you have a favorite picture and you want to, you know, submit that into Amazon and have a diamond painting made. If you don't do the diamond paintings, you just want the picture done. That way, I may do it for you. So, you could always have it shipped. They could always have it shipped right here.
Yeah.
You know, it is a nice way to be able to really preserve a memory. So, anyway, let me show you the hats I have made just recently, sitting in uh, trying to sit in the bedroom and watch some Criminal Minds. Here's this one. This is the newborn, of course. This is another little newborn. Whipped those out last night. This is like a toddler size, small child. And so is this one. I've done this one some time ago. There's that. And then there's this one, which is the child size. I put a little unicorn on it. So yeah, those are the 5 more that I have done for donation. The reason I like doing hats is they are not something that's such a large piece. So, I'm asking that if you want to do hats and send them, it's an easy piece to work on in the summertime because it's not going to be so much time committal wise. You can take it with you, say you all are going camping or you all are going wherever. So yeah, I enjoy doing that.
And it's not one of the things I know I've heard you when you do the big pieces like
An Afghan or something.
yeah, that you have when it gets really big, it gets draped all over you. And
that's what I don't like when I'm
at the
talking
end of
about
the
it's
summer.
not a piece, not such a big piece. But yeah, because summertime, you've got an Afghan draped all over you that you've almost got completed, and you're like going,
Look how she came out.
oh, you run her in the dishwasher? It's one of the pieces of bread that we found the other day, and he threw her in the dishwasher. Oh, she came out beautiful, honey.
Yeah. I didn't realize how much.
This is out some kind of stone.
Yeah, I have no
It's all
idea.
carved,
But
isn't it beautiful? That's the kind of stuff we collect. Oh my goodness, I'm just putting it there because I have any other place to put it right now. That's all we really have going on. Brad is going to have physical therapy. They okayed you for how many weeks?
30 visits.
30 visits. So, and I usually do it twice a week. Some weeks it's only once a week. So he already has it scheduled out for all the summer.
Yeah.
There's only one day in August, which is when I have to go to my kidney doctor that we have to change the time. So, yeah, he'll be doing that. They think there is a very slim chance that he might not have to have hip replacement surgery. That he might be able to build up those muscles enough. They doesn't have to. We'll see. I don't know. Your orthopedist said it was bone on bone.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I mean, maybe they can. Being that you're only going to be 61 in August, they might not. They might be trying to wait to have to do that.
Yeah.
So, but it would be wonderful. Any kind of relief he gets. His doctor did put him on a stronger type of Aleve. It's meloxicam. And it does seem to really be helping, Brad said. It does seem to really be helping his hip. So, hopefully, like I said, we've still been unpacking, and the couch is all loaded down with cardboard. Our plants are doing well, inside and outside. We got in yesterday. We decided to order, and Brad brought it up, but we decided to order some wooden flagpoles. We had just the super cheap ones that come with, well, you can see them right behind me, right over here. They come with your flag kits. And they were cheap aluminum, and when the wind's going and stuff, they're just getting bent, and they just Your flags they don't spin on them right, even when you get the spinners attached to them. And they just weren't nice. And so we ordered two of the flagpoles, which, Nixie, which are not cheap. They're about $20 each. But, they're wooden, and we decided to order them now because wood prices going up and stuff. So, and they look nice out there, don't they, honey?
Yes, they do.
So, Beth's gonna get me some, or did you already get me coffee?
No, I got it right here.
Oh, okay.
I was.
He's gonna make me a little bit of lunch, and remember the other day when I tested my blood sugar and it was 130 whatever, and then yesterday I tested it was 148, and I was like, oh my goodness. Now I had done some emotional eating late at night. I wake up, I sleep for a few hours, and then I wake up and I'm up for a few hours and stuff, and my blood sugar was 148, and I was just like, oh my god. I really watched everything yesterday, and this morning it was back down to 96. Like, yes, thank you. You know, that's why I say, even if your blood sugar's in check, please test, and do some more tests. You may be thinking that that extra cookie you're eating doesn't affect your blood sugar, and it sure does. It sure does. You might be able to get away with eating a cookie, but the two cookies is no. And it's funny how your body decides that. But, you know, just got to be really careful about what we eat. you know. I find it easier though to justify what I can eat and can't eat because of the diabetes. I don't feel like I'm being punished. It's just something that millions of us have, and we just have to really watch. And that's what I'm going next Thursday to the doctor, just a checkup. I already did my blood fasting. Brad will go in at the same time and do his blood fasting work. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there. So hopefully she'll say just stay right on the same track. And that's why I canceled that endocrinologist appointment. I didn't need to go see a specialist. My diabetes is pretty well in control. My old doctor in Wyoming said anything below 150 he was happy with. Remember, hun?
Yep.
And it's below 150. I like to keep it right around, like 90 to 120. I really like to keep it right in that frame. So, we did get up this morning and have a granola bar so we could take our medication. We tested our blood sugar and took our insulin before that because we knew better, But we were going to get up and then take naps this afternoon, and then we were sitting there talking. I'm like, well, we just go back to sleep for a while. Of course, Mr. Heidi fought me on that big time. So, that's all I really got going on. I found all of my essential oils the other day too. I was so happy. I've been finding a few more tarts, but then I found all my essential oils. Now, I got to a point where I just refused to buy any more replacement stuff. When you initially move into a house and maybe it's an item you really do need, you'll end up maybe replacing it, but then you find out that you're replacing too much. And I'm not one to have a lot of excess around the house. Neither did Brad. And so I just said, I'm not buying any more essential oil because I know I have a lot. And I found it. So I was so happy the other day. I sat there and divided it up in between the bedroom and the front room. And it makes me feel more complete. It does. It's like I am now complete because I have my, oils and stuff. So you have some of those. I found a quartz for my oil diffuser. I have two of them. I've only found, thank you, honey. I've only found one, but I know I'll find the other one. And it's nice to run that at night. Like last night, could you smell the eucalyptus oil? Yeah, I had eucalyptus oil going in there, and it was very nice because it's just, nice and refreshing. So, anything else, hon?
I nope. I think you got it covered. All of
Yeah.
our excuse me. All of our stuff outside is doing very, very well.
I love how easy it is to grow everything in North Carolina. See, now Wyoming is always kind of tricky because you don't know exactly when you can plant, when it's not going to frost again. And, that's why you always keep a lot of sheets around so you can run out and cover up all your plants. And then Florida was really hard to figure out when you could plant because it was like you could plant, but like you could, if you planted tomatoes in the fall time, they were just going to grow a lot. They weren't going to set any blooms and actually produce any fruit. And it was just all this. I never figured out all the dynamics. Here, I was thinking more like Wyoming mentality because of the winter and stuff. And then I'm like, no, we're not in Wyoming. You can go ahead and plant this. They said the danger of the last uh, frost here, I think, was, I believe, in April 23rd. And, when I saw the people across from us plant their crops of soybeans, I figured it was safe because they weren't going to put that hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars worth of seed into the ground if there's a chance it's going to be just ruined. So, which it's really growing like crazy. Those soybeans, huh?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they are.
Well, you said they were soybean last year.
Yeah, last year they
Do
were.
they look different this year?
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing corn or something.
Well, to me it looks like corn, but
Does it?
I might,
Well, why don't you just run over there and ask them?
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Okay.
We want to know. No, pretty soon you'll be able to tell.
Yeah.
But that would be cool if it was all corn. Cause I love nice tall corn and how it looks. I love the way it looks. You know what I love is the way tomato plants smell.
Yeah.
The minute I get my hands on a tomato plant, I'm like, ah. Basically, my grandfather always grew tomato plants. My mother did too, but my grandfather would dedicate. He took half of his backyard and he dedicated all garden. And then he took half of that space and dedicated all tomatoes. And he always grew the better boy. And he could grow some tomatoes. And that was his biggest thing was he would get home from work, he worked every day at his bowling alley, and he had a system with hunks of hoses, you know, cut off and set to, and he would turn the lever and it would basically kind of irrigate, a large part of his garden. And I remember seeing him leaning up against the fence with smoking a cigarette, watching the stuff being watered. I go out there and, of course, talk to him, have to see how the tomatoes are going, you know. And then, when they're getting ripe and stuff, going out either to my mom's garden or my grandfather's and getting uh, tomatoes. I don't know how many tomatoes and stuff I ate as a kid. Or fresh peas. Have you ever had fresh peas?
Yeah.
Oh, so good. And then my grandparents had these green apple trees. And you go out and get those off the tree. Of course, my great grandmother always wanted you to get the apples off the ground. And, you as kids are like, no. And but the only thing is you really had to watch. You might bite into an apple and find out there's a worm there. Did that a few times. I learned real quick to really watch where you think there might be one. So, yeah, good memories.
You know, one thing grosser than finding a worm in your apple you just bit.
What?
Is finding half a worm in the apple you just bit.
Oh, geez, yeah.
So,
yeah.
And then,
we had neighbors, too, that had cherry trees. We'd be going and getting those cherries off that tree, just off that one side that hung over my friend's property.
I know we've told this story before, but I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
I know we've told this story before, but one of my very fondest memories with your grandfather is when I took him to the greenhouse, and we bought a bunch of tomato plants.
My grandfather had lung cancer, and he had to quit working at the bowling alley, which really broke his heart. It really did. And, I mean, especially because he wasn't given a choice, really. So Brad went. They made plans. They were both basically gonna have a guy's day out. And did you take him for a haircut too
I
and
think
cash your
so.
check?
Yeah.
Cash your disability check. And then or it was his veteran.
It was a VA.
It was a VA check. And took him to get a haircut at his favorite barbershop so he could check in with them all. And then took him to go get tomatoes. And then didn't you plant the tomatoes?
No, he didn't want me to help. He wanted
to do it.
to do it, and then next time we were over there, he couldn't wait to get me out there
To show you?
check out the tomato plants and
Oh.
everything. Yeah.
And that's one of Brad's fondest memories and stuff. Such a good memory. And that was like the last time they ever got to go fishing was we took them.
Yeah.
We took my grandparents fishing. My grandfather, well, my grandmother loved Brad too, but my grandfather loved Brad like the son he never had. And I mean, his face just lit up the minute he would see Brad. And I mean, even as they basically called the family over to the house, if you wanted to see him, you better go see him now. And Brad walked in and he pulled up a chair next to Grandpa. Grandpa was laying in the hospital bed in the front room. And he started talking to my grandpa. And when my grandfather realized it was Brad and stuff, they had the most liveliest conversation. And Grandpa was laughing and he was just so full of energy and so happy and stuff. And my aunt had said that he had not talked to anybody like that in months. And, I know that was a really good feeling for you that, because I think it was really hard on Brad. Brad had lost his grandfather, probably a good 10 years before. And he really loved my grandfather as well. And, but yeah, it was a good memory. You miss your people like that. My grandfather always wore like these polyester pants just 'cause that's what Grandma bought him. They weren't stupid looking or anything. And then he always wore like a button-down shirt. Usually it was kind of a plaid number. And then a sweater like Mr. Rogers would wear. And he would have it buttoned down because he was always cold. And I still always remember my grandfather walking up. I'd be up at the bowling alley. And he'd walk up and he kind of would pull up his pants, with his belt. And he'd go, "Terry Ann, what do you know?" He always called me Terry Ann. And tell you what, I would love to hear that again. Because you miss people you knew loved you and your family. But yet he'd always walk up, "Terry Ann, what do you know?" And he'd be describing. Be talking to him about planting some tomatoes, and be describing how he planted his tomatoes, and I was like, and you put this much, whatever kind of soil in the bottom, and he had these big old farmer hands that were all leathered and kind of cracked. He worked on machines. They had a 20 alley bowling alley, and then he had a pro shop where he did all the ball drilling and stuff. Those hands were always really leathered and calloused and stuff, and I still remember that. Still remember that. Good memories. Good memories. I know someday I'll see them all again, and that will be wonderful. I have decided I really would love to have a small dog. I think I'm going to kind of start looking at some rescues and stuff. I would like something like a little chihuahua or just a little, really little dog, that just could be kind of my companion because I love my big dogs to death, don't get me wrong, but I miss having a little dog that is your companion. I really do. I miss my dachshund, something awful. And it said it can be a mixed dog. I like it to be as small as possible. It doesn't have to be a puppy. I would prefer if it wasn't a puppy. And Can you finish?
Yep.
It's really loud. I'm trying to do a video.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Sometimes it's so hard because he's doing all this stuff over here to the side, But I really would like a small dog, I was looking the other day in a rescue, and it's just so heartbreaking because it'd be like, well, this dog is, 12 years old, and its owner passed away, and nobody in the family could take the dog, and it was like, oh, And I don't have any objection to getting a senior dog or anything, depending on what the special needs are, because I can't put a whole bunch of money into it, but I really would like a small dog. I really miss that companionship. I really do. Because it's been how long since Missy's been gone?
About 2.5 years.
I miss having a dog on my lap. Or when you're at night having a dog snuggled up to you. I really do. So,
You used to love to curl up behind your knees.
Yeah, she did. I miss her so much. Really do. But it'll be okay. Sorry, a little weepy. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm gonna be looking for a small dog to, you know, be my companion and stuff. I love my big dog, but it, they become so attached to Brad too that they don't really pay me much mind. They really don't, not that much. And I'm not mad about it, but I would like to have a small dog to, you know. So we'll be looking, you know, we'll be looking. So, what else? That it?
That's it.
That's pretty much it, guys. There's not really that much going on. We don't have any weekend plans. I don't know. We don't tend to go out and do a lot of stuff on the weekend because everybody else is. So, and there are some things we want to go see. How do you say that? Renoa?
Roanoke.
Roanoke?
Roanoke.
Roanoke? We want to really see that area, and I think we're gonna pick out like one. We're gonna pick out. Well, we do go on Sundays. We go do stuff, and we're gonna pick out one Sunday a month to go a little bit further from home. It'll be like a day trip. So, well, we'll have to decide where we're gonna go this week.
Yeah.
There's so much to explore.
Yeah, we went to Tarboro last week.
Yeah, and that was an interesting area. Nice little kind of sleepy college town. It was nice. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and maybe we won't this weekend though. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, okay.
It's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be just crazy.
Yeah, I forgot.
Maybe we'll do it next week sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, Memorial Day is coming up, so that makes a big difference in a lot of plans.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I didn't mean to get so emotional. I do miss having a small dog, and I'm not getting any younger. I want to get a dog while I'm still gonna be around long enough, so I don't pass away and the dog's still alive. I don't want my dog to end up at a shelter. I don't. So.
Well, remember, like that dog that one lady got your grandmother.
Oh yeah, it was a poodle.
Yeah.
And I wasn't happy at all because my grandmother had told me she didn't want another dog, and then she got attached to this poodle. Well, the problem was I knew like she probably was not going to outlive this poodle, And my grandmother never house trained a dog. And sure enough, she passed away. My grandfather had already passed away, and ended up being one of the caretakers was supposed to take the dog. Well, my aunt was still paying for the grooming of this poodle, and finally contacted them and said, "Hey, I don't see a bill here from the groomer." And they said, "Oh, didn't anybody tell you that she got out and ran away, and we never could find her?" So.
And that dog there was probably about the last type of dog for an older person, because that poodle was so hyperactive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, you know. But, it is what it is. My grandmother always had small dogs. Usually she had terriers. And I guess when my mother and stuff was young, she had chihuahuas. And, but she always had terriers while I was growing up. So, anyway. I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. Try to make the most out of every day, no matter what. That's what I do, no matter what pain I'm in or what's going on, what new surprises. I just try to make the most of it. So, you got anything else?
Nope.
So, well, I'm gonna get the stool and get a pillow and get the leg up and wait for lunch and upload this and work on this diamond painting, and that'll be it. So, love you guys. Do cherish your friendship so very much, and I think you guys are awesome. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.